जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदा यमुना तीरावन चारी यमुना तीरावन चारी यमुना तीरावन चारी जय राधा माधव
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhamma Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandvat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ॐ नमो
Om
भगवते वासुदेवाय
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
ॐ नमो
Om
भगवते
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayana Namaskritya.
Narayana Namaskritya.
Naranchaiva Narottamam.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Devim Sarasatim Vyasam.
Devim Saraswati Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudhiraye.
Tato Jayamudire.
Nashta Prayasha Bhadreshu.
Nashtaprayashu Bhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Nityam Bhagavad
Bhagavati
Sevaya.
Uttama Shloke.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke.
Bhaktere Bhavati Naishtiki.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki.
अरे तर ऑटो असला लागतो.
Narada Uvacha.
Narada Uvacha.
Iti tau Damapatti Tatra.
Iti to dampati tatra.
Iti tau Dampatti Tatra.
Iti to dampati tatra.
Samudya Samayam Mitaha.
Samudya samayam mita.
Tam Praveshya Purim Rajan.
Tam pravishya purim rajan.
Mudate Shatam Samaha.
Mudate satam samaha.
नारद उवाच इतो दम्पती तत्र समुद्र समयं तां प्रविश्य राजन् मुदाते शतं समः नारद उवाच इतो दम्पती तत्र समुद्र समयं तां प्रविश्य शतं समः नारद उवाच इतो दम्पती तत्र समुद्र समयं तां प्रविश्य पुरीं राजन् मुदाते शतं समः नारद उवाच इतो दम्पती तत्र समुद्र समयं तां प्रविश्य पुरीं राजन् मुदाते शतं समः
Narada Uvacha. The great sage Narada spoke. Iti, thus, tau, they, dampati, husband and wife, tatra, there, samudya, be equally enthusiastic, samayam, accepting one another, mitaha, mutually. Tam, in that place, Pravishya, entering. Purim, in that city. Rajan, O king. Mumudate, they enjoyed life. Shatam, 100. Samaha, years. The great sage Narada continued, my dear king, those two, the man and the woman supporting one another through mutual understanding, entered that city and enjoyed life for 100 years. The great sage Narada continued,
The great is
my
Narada
dear
continued.
king,
My dear
these
king,
two,
those
the man and
two,
the woman,
the man and the
The
supporting
woman,
one
man and the
another
woman
supporting one
through
another,
mutual understanding,
through
entered
mutual
that city
understanding, entered that
and
city
enjoyed life
and enjoyed
for
life
100 years.
for 100 years.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. 100 years is significant in this connection because every human being is given the concession to live up to 100 years. The span of life is different on different planets according to planets' distance from the sun. In other words, 100 years on this planet is different from 100 years on another planet. Lord Brahma lives for 100 years according to time on the Brahma Loka planet, but one day of Brahma is equal to millions of years on this planet. Similarly, the days on the heavenly planets are equal to 6 months on this planet. On every planet, however, the span of life for a human being is roughly 100 years. According to the lifespans on different planets, the standards of living also differ. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashat Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Narada Uvacha
Narada
Etau
Uvacha,
Dampati Tatra
Niketo Dampati Tatra,
Samudsamayam Vitaha
Samudayam
Sampraveshya Purim Rajan
Sampravisya Purirajan,
Ate Shatam Samaha.
Mudate Satam Samaha.
The great sage Narada continued, my dear king, those two, the man and the woman, supporting one another through mutual understanding, entered that city and enjoyed life for 100 years. Hare Krishna, everybody. Now here, the meditation is life for 100 years. Actually, life has to be seen as an opportunity. And 100 years is maximum. There are different versions of how the life reduces from 100. Some people say it's because of past karma, so he has to leave the body at a particular time and he leaves. Some people also discuss that actually somebody can commit suicide. You can kill yourself at any time, even though it's 100 years. So this 100 years can be reduced by activities which are suicidal. Some people discuss in that way. Just like your car, if you're putting fuel at a proper time, and if you are not making the engine burn because there is no water or fuel in it, or oil in it, then the life will reduce. Correct? It happened to one of our car. Then the engine, you have to reboard the engine and everything becomes mess. It may externally may look a good car, internally it's gone. So same way the body is like a yantra rudhani mayaya. This yantra has been given to us for a particular time. And now it is for us how we are going to use this opportunity. Life is an opportunity. People look at life in so many ways. Some people look at life in a very pessimist way. Life is for suffering, and we can see how the different people look at life in a different way. Also, the karmis look at life in a way that, like animals, they think they're going to live forever. They think maybe the scientists will make some chemical, like Hiranyakashipu thought, I will do some tapasya by that, some arrangement, some blessing, some power, I can stay forever. I think at the back of the mind when we were in the schools and we were atheistic, this idea was there every day, let us what the science has done. Correct? And we look like as if it's a very coherent body. First illusion, scientists are not coherent. One person has one view, other person has totally opposite view. Correct? It's not. It is presented as very systematic, coherent body. No. So those people who have this kind of a situation. There was in one Christians also present these thoughts. One in school, one in America. One teacher was saying, there is no God. A child said, how can you do you have a proof that how the matter became life? Yeah? There is some kind of a word for that. No, we don't have a proof, but we have a theory. So then, how do you know that is true or not true? A simple statement. And the teacher was, and then another point, how much of the universe we actually understand. We understand not even 5%. But according to science today, the maximum we understand is only 5. Remaining is dark energy and dark matter, they take up. So we understand only 5%. They themselves admit. And in 5% we know very small in nature. So, but somehow it is presented things in that way. So the karmis, their outlook is, these scientists will say me, they made a mobile, they made a computer, so they were very intelligent. So they will make some mechanism by which I live forever. I don't have to bother about old age and death. Maybe there's some chemical they will introduce, that aging will stop and death will stop. And on that hope people are living. A devotee lives in a different hope and a karmi lives in a different hope. Prabhupada gives an example of once he was, every moment he was teaching, educating the devotees. So Prabhupada is explaining how the monkey carries the cat, the monkey carries the kitten, his own child, and the cat carries the kitten, but the experience is different. The monkey's child has to hold on to the mother for its own life. And the cat is actually holding the kitten. And in fact, somebody did something, they created a small kind of like you have you cloth ke liye kya banate hain usko? What do you call it? No. Kapde ke liye banate na. Chitkani, clips. So somebody made a small clip which gives an experience to the kitten as if mother is holding. And he put like that, and it is totally surrendered, no objecting. And the same cat, when it holds a rat, the rat feels as if it is going to be killed. So the karmis, their experience of life is like that. Whenever some situation happens, they become very alarmed, very disturbed. They do not know Krishna is in control, no faith, and they get very disturbed then. So that is one level of understanding of life. And sometimes they curse God. They have their own calculation of God. They have their own systems, what God should do if He is there. Mostly Jaimini, Karmimamsa, these are all, even though they are astikas, in the sense they say we accept the Vedas, But they are not really astikas because they have not understood the conclusion. They have, using the text of the Veda, they have squeezed some very strange meaning. Karimamsa is like that. You do good, you should get good. You do bad, you could get bad. If God is there, He has to supply me good because I did so much good. Now first, many times people question this. How do you say God is there? I see so many good people suffering. Acha, good is a very relative term. How can you say a person is good? You may have different parameter for saying somebody is good or bad. So it's not a very absolute term that people have, what is good itself. Okay. And then we have the karma philosophy to explain. So people's understanding of life is different. And understanding of life of a devotee is totally different. For a devotee, some years we have not started our Krishna consciousness like Srila Prabhupada from childhood. Moment is born, he is in Krishna consciousness. He said, as far as this life is concerned, I have not forgotten Krishna for one moment. That is the life of an acharya. What is our life? We are started at, maybe how much? 25? Some people, average is that. Some people 30, 35, 40. That's what we have started our life at. So we cannot say that, this whole life we have been engaged, but somehow, we got little time now remaining. So in this time that we have little for service to Krishna, the devotee seat is an opportunity. I was telling the example when I was traveling in the plane and plane was shaking. So what I said, I was thinking that anyway, if this plane also collapses today, my opportunity to serve Krishna will not go away. In another body it will be available. Correct? Krishna. So therefore the fear goes away. That faith that Krishna is giving me a chance to serve Him, and this will continue even in the next life. This will continue even in the next life. So that is, advanced understanding of Krishna consciousness, that yes, this whole life is an opportunity. How can I serve Him in this life? Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Manasa deha geha jo kichu mora arpita tuva pade nanda kishore. My Lord, I am ready with everything that I have to serve you. So this is advanced understanding. Now coming from an understanding which is more or less atheistic and self-centered, to coming to that understanding that, what generally people see as life as an opportunity for sense gratification. They don't want to miss. And when they see somebody else as an opportunity, they get very envious. The nature of the metal world is envious. Therefore, we have in the Nectar of Instruction a beautiful statement. Isha vacham idam sarvam yat kinchit jagatyam jagat tena taktena bhunjita ka magrida kasvidhanam. So very beautiful statement. Ishava, everything is owned by the Lord. Yat sarvam, everything is owned by the Lord. Tena taktena bhunjita, whatever Krishna has given to somebody, be happy with that. Magrida kasvidhanam. Do not look at others' possession. Be peaceful with what God has given. So these are all wonderful statements which have to be applied gradually. Shanai, Shanai. Then your mind will become peaceful and happy in Krishna consciousness. The devotees, see what happened. If you not achieve peace of mind, then our practice of Krishna consciousness becomes a waste. Krishna will test us. In fact, actually, instead of always looking at problem outside, we should look problems inside. See, now why I got disturbed? Okay, suppose somebody shouted at you. He has failed because he shouted. Okay? But that is not your problem, that is his problem. Your problem is why you're getting disturbed. Because it was within Krishna's control. Why are you getting disturbed? So we have to therefore, in this world, people are there, the very nature of the metal world is, people are envious and they achieve this thing. If they can disturb you, they feel very excited. Yes, I achieved. That's the nature of envious person. He is very happy to see other person disturbed. So that is the nature, but that is his problem. Your problem is, I don't get disturbed. You win at that situation. You don't get disturbed. The opportunity, Krishna will never take away the opportunity to serve him. Never. That will always be there. So happily, person should honestly, the way he's serving, enthusiastically increase his energy to serve the Krishna. And then life becomes beautiful. And so many things are happening in life, not one thing. Sometime honor, sometime dishonor, sometime fame, sometime infame. All will come. Sometime we are walking, people go down bored of it. We don't know why they're doing that. So similarly, sometimes people start shouting at you. We don't know why they are doing that. we should be detached. In the symptoms given in the Bhagavad Gita of the beautiful symptoms are given in the Bhagavad Gita, the symptoms of somebody who is free from the modes of three modes, then it is said the symptoms, he doesn't become very elated when he gets honor, and he doesn't become disturbed when he is dishonored. It's easy to say. When actually happens, that's life. That's life. Life means we practice, and we move on from that. We see reflection. Every time spiritual life means introspection. We introspect and we see in that situation, did I behave perfectly? I could have done better. If I go through the same situation again, I think I'll behave better. That's life. That is how the life should be taken. Go back again and again. First thing, when you do something, you speak something, think 10 times. Whether I'm speaking something that will hurt somebody, why should I speak that? And then, or I'm doing something. At the same time, after the event has occurred, again think about that. Was it right what I did? Was it right I spoke that? Maybe if the same situation come, I'll behave in another way. Won't that be a beautiful life? A life of introspection, a life of self-correction, and everything is there then. Therefore we have the life biography, Leelamrita, correct? See what happens when we are conducted by Yogamaya, then that life should be recorded. And what is the point of recording the life when we honestly know it is not Yogamaya, it is Mahamaya which is dragging us? Okay? Sometimes I like to talk about our life, but we hide so many unwanted things in that life, correct? Every day I used to say, I did this, I did that. Okay, that are the positive things that you did, but you did so much negative things that you're not going to tell, correct? That we are not going to tell. So therefore there is nothing glorious about our life. And if you look, Srila Prabhupada, he made the whole movement, and they asked him, you have so much credit to be get because you single-handedly launched this movement, which was true. But Prabhupada said, no, I don't deserve any credit. In Bhagavad Gita introduction itself, second page, if there is any credit to be given, people are saying, I have done wonderful by launching this movement. But if any credit is to be given, this credit should not be given to me, that should be given to my spiritual master. That is life. In Bhagavad Gita, there is also a beautiful statement, Nimitra matare na bhava save sacha. Arjuna has just become an instrument in my hand. That is life. But generally that is how the whole situation is there. Avajanati ma mudha manushim tanimashritam param bhava avajananto mama bhuta maheshwaram. Many people live a life, they never understand that Krishna, came to this world. Krishna came to this world for certain activity. They don't understand that. Manushim tanimashritam. They think he was like one of us who came. Param bhava avajananto. They don't know his higher purpose. Mama bhuta maheshwaram. Krishna is saying, I am the Supreme Lord of all the living entities. So people cannot understand this. So what happens to them? That their life, what happens to the people who do not properly understand Krishna? They don't engage life as an opportunity to serve Krishna. Mogasha moga karmanam moga jnana vichetasa rakshisim asarim eva prakriti mohinishitaha. Their everything is a waste. Mog asha, their aspiration become waste. Because of offense to the Lord they are made. Moga jnana, their knowledge become waste. Vichetasa rakshisim asarim cheva. And they enter into the very demonic species of life. Prakritim mohinim shita, because they are totally enchanted by the material modes, and that's where they end up. Okay? So that is life. Life of a devotee, like Dhruva Maharaj, Vaikuntha Vimana is coming. You want to have a life like that, you can have. How much happy ending that life will have. Correct? That is our focus. In this world, honor, dishonor will come, but our focus is that, am I using my life as an opportunity to serve Krishna? And can I increase my energy and movement to serve Krishna? Yes, you can do that. Always, unlimitedly, you can do that. That is life. But what is the point of living? Now, sometimes, therefore, the tamasic people, their life becomes very, very painful because activities are like that. Yanmaya tu nadi grihame tu sukham itucham anduya nen karayori va dukkha dukkham. Ye sansparshaja bhoga dukkha yonavevate. Dukkha, 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 dukkha. So tamasic person, the life becomes very, very painful. That is the life. As we are discussing, if somebody doesn't look at the life as an opportunity to serve Krishna, that is the highest, at least live a pure life. At least live a pure life. At least you will live prasanna manasa, you will be sattvic. And there is a chance that if you meet a devotee in that situation, you may take up spiritual life and you will do it very fast because you are fresh. Your mind is fresh and pure. So the different ways different people see life. Tamasic person sees life with no meaning, no goal. He just sleeps. Rajasic person sees life, but he sees an opportunity for good comforts, good name, good fame. So he sees life as something different. Sattvic person sees life as a duty for the so many obligations he has. But a devotee sees life differently. He sees his whole life, every second that he has in his life, as an opportunity. For in the Bhagavad Gita, 5 factors, Jiva, Ishvara, Kala, Karma, Prakriti. Kala is defined as the time which destroys everything. I am the time which is the cause of destruction of everything. That is Kala. Kalo Asmi. In fact, this was quoted by many scientists also when they saw the nuclear explosion first time. So he himself said, he quoted actually verse from Bhagavad Gita, but Arjuna was very bewildered and he was unwilling to fight. Krishna says, I am the time. When Krishna showed Vishwarupa, Arjuna panicked. He said, Krishna, who are you? In a stage of bewilderment, Adbhuta. From a stage of Sakhya, because of the huge Vishwarupa, Shri Radha Govinda ki. So because of the huge Vishwarupa, he come to the stage of Adbhuta, bewilderment. And there, in that stage, he asked Krishna, who are you? And I thought you are my friend, but who are you? So what does Arjuna say? Krishna say, Kalosmi, I am time. And I have come to destroy everything. So Krishna actually is come, he takes away. He is the one who gives life, he is the one who takes away life. Very nice argument people have to the scientists that you cannot give life, you can't produce any life. So we have no business to destroy life also. Something you can give, you can take it away. But you can't give, so how you can take it away? You cannot produce life, so what right you have to destroy life? This is a nice argument sometimes is given to the scientists. So a devotee sees life totally differently. And they lament, oh Krishna, 1 minute passed, but unfortunately I didn't serve you. I am so unfortunate. Hari Hari Bifale Janmaka, my Lord, 1 more minute passed, but I didn't serve you. 1 more. It was an opportunity to serve you somehow. I did not. Therefore, devotee keeps praying to the Lord, how do I serve you? Give me some hint. And Krishna reveals through the heart, sometimes he reveals through the Acharya, sometimes even an ordinary man, Krishna speaks through him. When you're hearing from an ordinary man, then we have to filter from the Shastra, because we do not know whether God is speaking or Maya is speaking. Like Marichi made a sound similar to the sound of Lord Rama. Correct? So similarly, mind also sometimes makes a sound similar to as if God is speaking, but that may be total illusion. You know? We have so many experiences of that. People take it as a signal and they take up some kind of activities, but actually it was total illusion. So here we have a situation where the Puranjana and his wife are now entering the city. Actually, the symbolism, we will study later each character what they symbolize. So basically Puranjana is making a grand plan of enjoyment in the city of the body. And that is what is being discussed here. So he entered the city for all fantastic enjoyment. So actually every body, you see the animal's body, cat's body, what do they look life as? They look it as an opportunity for sense. They don't miss a single opportunity. That's why they start fighting with each other. If they see one she-dog, one is running, another person is staring at her, the dog start barking. Very gross, it is visible. People do in more refined way, human beings. Nowadays they do in worse way. But same thing, same equation. So that is how the life of an animal is. They want to eat something, they see that the opportunity to enjoy the senses. There is nothing more in their life. So human life, therefore, it is said, Parabhavastava datam yavanna jigyasa atma tattvam. Whole life is a defeat if we have not inquired earnestly, genuinely from the heart, inquired about absolute truth. There should be I say the man is great whose life the spiritual questions are predominating. Who am I? Why I am suffering? These kind of questions should predominate our consciousness. Then that's a great life. Okay? But generally the animal life, what is predominating? Eating, sleeping, mating, defending. That's all. They don't have anything else which is predominating in their mind. And what kind of life that is? Is it, and don't you think we are living like that? So we as sadhakas want to change. We want to change. Therefore, Acharyas design sadhana. It's not the sadhana is invented by us. Now, Acharyas give the sadhana. You accept the principle of sadhana, you participate in the process of sadhana, and then you see the life changes. Therefore, in the heart, we are in experience today. See, Krishna consciousness is not kind of on a fantasy. We are in illusion today. Just like we are in illusion of the energy of Mahamaya, Kama, Krodha, all the 6 enemies of the living entity, that's a predominating the heart today. But when we come to Krishna consciousness, this will not be predominating. Love of Krishna predominates with its various features. Won't that be a beautiful day? When the day will come, when the day will come, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that my tears will come when I chant your holy name, my Lord. My throat chokes up in chanting a holy name. When that day will come. So don't you think we should pray for that situation in life? We should pray. Then that is very beautiful. And we have the role models. Example of Srila Prabhupada, living a life so austere, living a life so pure, living a life so much tapasya done, just to bring people to Krishna consciousness. What a glorious life that is. You know about the ghosts, our Sampradaya, Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, what a life it is. That you can have a biography and you can relish. Because at every activity, every thought, every word they spoke was in full Krishna consciousness. So everything is valuable. Therefore we have recording of Srila Prabhupada lectures, we have his conversation, we keep hearing. Why? Because that is spoken by somebody who is actually living. Prabhupada says that devotee does not die, it lives. That is, lives means he actually goes back to live in the spiritual world. Dress change is just, just like we change our dress after shower. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. So that is life. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Dehinosmani yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara prapti dhiras tatara namuhyati. The sober person is not bewildered by changing things in this world. People grow, they grow young, they grow old. He sees all that. Kaumaram yauvanam jara, childhood, youth and old age. He sees around us, we can see this. Is it very difficult? See, Krishna doesn't give anything impractical which we cannot understand. We see around us, people are changing bodies. Correct? Is there any doubt on that? No. People are childhood body, then you have youth, then you have old age. So therefore, person doesn't assume, he knows that's true. Tatha deyantara prapti. Similarly, after leaving this body, person will take another body. Dhira satrana mohiyati. The sober person is not bewildered by such a change. Okay? So we have to therefore develop in this way of Krishna consciousness, then life becomes wonderful. Yam labdava chaparam labam. When he gets the pleasure of Krishna consciousness and understand there is no greater gain, there is nothing greater to achieve, he is so happy. Won't that be a beautiful life? Fully content, full of happiness, full of no anxiety, peaceful. That is what we have to achieve. What is the use? After practicing Krishna consciousness, we have no peace of mind. We are disturbed. What is the use of practicing? So people, will they practice Krishna consciousness if they see this much advancement I got? Why do people come to us to practice? There also in life so many things are happening, but they are very disturbed. They come and see the devotee. They have, even if the devotees have gone through the same situation, they are very peaceful. That is what attracts people to come to us. See, people are also going through the difficulties of birth, old age, disease and death. People are also going the difficulties. Some people become envious of them and this problem, that problem. Correct? Even in that mist, people see that we are going through the same situation, but we are very smiling. And that makes them very unique. Oh, what is this? Like Srila Prabhupada, they were taking from India to England. At the last situation, Prabhupada's body was very, very frail. In fact, they tied him to a chair. So when at this situation, they said that in the airport, in the flight, there were two devotees, they got up and they made Prabhupada lie down. They bought 3 tickets, they both got up. They were just hanging up and down. I don't know how managing. Air hostess will harass you actually if you do that. But maybe special case. Okay. People are more spiritual, I think 50. Yeah, whatever. So 50 years ago, maybe they were more tolerant also. The more respect for sadhus. So then what happened, they saw Srila Prabhupada lying and they came, Prabhupada, how are you? He was smiling. They were thinking he's not part of this world anyway. The body is totally gone. It should be giving a lot of pain, but he's still in bliss. You know, that is life. The life of the great acharyas. So we get inspired. Okay? Hare Krishna everybody.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Radha Krishna.
So somebody wants to sing a bhajan today?
Prabhuji, Yugal
Can I, Prabhuji, can I sing a bhajan? Kumud Saptarshi,
Kumud, which one?
Vibha Mari Shesha.
Chalo, very good bhajan. That is for people to get up in the morning. You know?
Yes.
In fact, you know, some temples, they have that. Before Mangalarti, 3:30, they have some devotees. Like in Mayapur, where there is a huge number of devotees. So they go to wake them up. And we devotees go singing that. Vibhavari Shesha.
Vrindavan.
Chalo.
Hare Krishna, धन्यवाद प्रभुजी. विभावरी शेषा आलोक प्रवेश निंद्राचदी उठ जीवा बोलो हरि हरि मुकुंद मुरारी राम कृष्ण हयग्रीवा नरसिंह वामन श्री मधुसूदन ब्रजेंद्र नंदन श्यामा पूतना घातन कैटभ शातन जय दाशरथि राम यशोदा दुलाल गोविंद गोपाल वृंदावन पुरंदरा गोपी प्रिय जन राधिका रमण भुवन सुंदर बारा रावण ताकर मखन तस्कर गोपी जन वस्त्रहारी ब्रजेर राखाल गोप वृंदापाल चित्त हरि बंसीधारी जोगिंद्र बंदन श्रीनंद नंदन ब्रज जन भयहारी नवीन नीरद रूप मनोहर मोहन बंसी बिहारी आनंद वर
Yashoda.
आनंद वर
No, Yashoda Nandana, Kamsa Nishuda.
yes. यशोदा नंदन कंस निशोदन निकुंज रास विलासी कदम्ब कानन रस परायण वृंदावी पीना निवासी आनंद वर्धन प्रेम निकेतन फूल सारा जो जग कामा गोप गणांगण चित्त विनोदन समस्त गुण गण धाम यमुना जीवन केली परायण मानस चंद्र चकोरा नाम सुधारस गाओ कृष्ण यश राख वचन मन मोरा विभावरी शेषा आलोक प्रवेश निंद्रा छेड़ी उठे जीवा बोलो हरि हरि मुकुंद मुरारी राम कृष्ण हय ग्रीवा राम कृष्ण Hayagriva. Can you say Hare Krishna in this tune? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Dhanyawad Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, thank you.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Krishna
Rama, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.